You've worked so hard for all the things you have. The salary, the status, the success. And with that image, there's a drink. One to unwind, one to loosen up, one to take the edge off. But how do you know when a drink is more than just a drink? We get it. We can help. Karen's Grandview program has been helping accomplished people just like you regain their lives. Talk to us. Visit karen.org/Grandview.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Bring back this moment. And I don't know what the fuck she says because nobody can understand that. Yeah, she sounds just like that.
I had to be your Tamar, I'm sorry.
It's like, why are you singing like Marlo?
Life is so
Damn, that bitch is fine. Damn, that bitch is fine.
Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Jade and XD. I'm XD, and you are?
Jade.
Oh, who'd have thought?
I'm sick.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We have some special guests with us on the episode today. Are the two hosts of the Freeish podcast. We have Ricky and Chris. Say hello.
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
I feel like real deal official now.
Ooh, this is when you go like invite your cousins home on other days than the family reunion. You know, niggas you can't take nowhere. Hi, it's all fancy in here.
I kick niggas out.
It's like I feel like I'm walking on some nice floors right now, like they checkered or something.
You live
They're
for
definitely
a checkered
checkered.
floor.
You know I live for a checkered
Listen,
floor.
we're in front of company.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. If you we've talked about him before on the show, but listen to the Freeish podcast. You can follow them as, like they say, anywhere and everywhere you can stalk your exes.
Yes, we all in the DMs.
How was everybody's week? We'll be nice and start with the hosts, the guests today.
Yes.
So how was y'all week?
Mine was good. Just got back from LA. Went to the Soul Aquarius Festival, so that was lit. That was my first time there, even though it rained the whole time.
Who performed at the Soul Aquarius joint?
Some good people. We saw Khalees, Monica perform. You know, Brandy was there. Pretty Ricky. It was a lot. It was very.
Oh my God! Wait!
2004.
Are you okay?
Are y'all good? Are y'all sick?
Yeah.
What?
Do you feel a tickle in your throat?
I mean, Brandy was there.
Have you had any dark dreams?
I just stayed off the roads. That's all. I just made sure.
Absolutely.
I made
Uber
sure I stayed
everywhere.
clear.
Like being in contact with Brandy is like watching The Ring.
I didn't actually get to see Brandy though.
Oh God, you'll live
That's
another
why
day.
you're safe.
Yeah.
Why did I just imagine like The Grudge or something? Oh.
If Brandy crawled out this TV, I'll be mad.
With
I'm
braids.
back.
Crawl out of here like still.
I don't know. We have been invoking the spirit of Brandy recently. We've been watching a lot of Moesha on Fuse.
That's all
Y'all
you
better-
play.
you all better be careful.
Yeah.
You know, playing with the demons is a scary thing.
You
Like
stay her
Malaysia
name 5
said,
times
I
and
don't
she
play with
appears.
demons.
Y'all gonna have me stop
Okay.
shading my girl.
That's your girl. I don't know her. I'm staying quiet. I'm minding my business.
So Ricky, you were in LA. Chris, what did you do over the week?
I did absolutely nothing. I stayed at home. I minded my business. I was being a bum. I had a week off, so I just sat around and watched Beyonce videos. I'm
I'm
trash.
jealous.
Trash.
That's because I'm jealous.
There you go. There you go.
Jade of all Jades, how was your week?
It was busy.
Yeah.
It was really busy. I had an event at Twitter, a panel.
Oh yeah, definitely. I forgot. I went.
Yeah, we were there. We went to that, and I saw. I had a little family reunion the other day, and Fran and Tay and Crystal came over. We watched the white Oscars. Actually, no, we watched the black Oscars. Yeah, because it ended in redemption. So yeah, that was pretty much. I feel like it was just a blur. Like I just had a lot of places to be at all week.
Yeah,
but nothing exciting. How was your week?
It was straight, like 9:15. Know what I mean? Like, we went to the event at Twitter, which was really, really like good.
Yeah.
It was a diversity event called For the Culture, actually.
Yep.
And our friends Netta and Jamila
spoke.
And other the woman Rain of April from Twitter, who started Oscar So White. She was on the panel. It was really, really good. I was in DC.
Yes. How was the event?
It was cool. I was not there, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a long story why I was not there, but it did really well.
Good.
If you, again, support Rivermint the film, go to rivermintfilm.com to support however you choose to. What else happened this week? I feel like I had a story. Fuck, I don't remember.
It'll come to you. The spirit always hits you when it's time.
Yeah. But we survived Black History Month, and what a luxurious and glorious Black History Month it was.
Wasn't it velvety? Yeah. Yeah.
It was like butter.
Yeah. Guns and butter. It's always guns and butter for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. But I also realized that it is only a few days until we are in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A few weeks, couple weeks.
Girl, 16 days.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
What's the occasion?
Our live show, if you're in the Los Angeles area, there's only a few tickets left.
No, I don't think there's any left.
No, there is.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Yeah, like 4.
Oh, okay.
But definitely RSVP, and if you can't get any, just show up early, girl. Just camp out like it's a Beyonce concert,
Or like you're buying Jordans.
Or an iPhone.
Oh, who do y'all really camp out for stuff? Because I know
I get mine online.
No, exactly. If I really want it that bad, I'll just buy it. I'll wait for it. I don't need to stand on nobody's line for it.
I don't even stand in line at the grocery store, and you know that.
Listen, you better have one person on your line for me to get in it.
Absolutely.
I don't have time.
Only because. Did I tell you the last time I went to Trader Joe's?
What happened?
Don't smile and be all diabolical and shit. So I was with Brandon, and he was like, everybody knows that Brandon's our friend, but she likes to go to the grocery store really late. And since I get up at like 5 o'clock every morning, I like to be at the grocery store by 7 or 8 when it opens. Because it's New York City, 1 million people are going to this one store.
Absolutely.
So he was like, I just gotta go to Trader Joe's. It's real quick. It was like 3 p.m. First of all, there was a line to get in the fucking store.
You going to the one in Brooklyn?
Yeah, the Trader Joe's on Court Street.
Trader Joe's lit like that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's really like the trap.
It is. It's like the white trap, which is really scary.
Yeah. What? And then like literally through every row was the line to check out.
It goes fast though. I will say that.
I don't care, but I was over it. But fuck, I had a story. But anyway, live show, couple days. Can't wait to see all of you.
Yes, can't wait to see you.
Again, this is our first episode not on SoundCloud.
Yes.
I know a lot of people were upset that we're leaving SoundCloud, but hey, we had to be, do our own thing.
Absolutely.
So,
Oh, before we get into anything with this episode, because this is another non-pop culture based show, we are easing out of that.
Oh, yeah. Despite what you guys requested us to do.
But if we are going to go and just revisit one thing in pop culture, it's got to be Sheether. Sheether.
Shots fired.
The cover art alone, with the dismembered Barbie and the blood coming out.
It's your fave?
Life.
Yeah.
Life.
Since you guys are the pop culture critics, what did you guys feel about Jesus Christ and her Sheether debut?
Man, when I tell you, I don't even know where to start because I'm not gonna say I'm a barb. I'm kind of one of those people who I'm a stan of everybody. But I care enough for Nicki to where I was like, okay, Remy's coming at her. She's kind of the first competition she's had. But I listened to the song and I felt like, yeah, she came for Nicki and everything, but she said pretty much anything you could say in one song. I don't see how she'll be able to like continue that into a full-fledged beef, especially if Nicki's not going to respond.
Yeah, and she's not, because at this point now, it is too late.
I hope I've never pissed anybody off for somebody to make 7 minutes of a song about me.
It's like 7 minutes of hell.
And 40 seconds of that song, I start going, "Are you dumb?
Yeah. Don't you ever fucking play me."
That's it.
Taylor, she wasn't swift enough.
Yeah.
My whole thing with Remy is, how is she going to talk about Nicki's surgery when clearly, you know, you went from what you were looking like and conceited to what you're looking like now, and it's definitely looking like you got something done.
He's definitely a barb, y'all.
I'm not a barb. I'm just saying facts is facts. I mean, she be stuffing herself into them bodysuits, and she be saying that shit. Oh my God.
Are you talking?
I'm not, because Remy gonna shoot me. I'm not.
She will.
And I'm gonna be right behind her.
Listen.
Because I don't care for Nicki Minaj. She owes me money.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know what Remy do to people that owe her money, so I'm like, just watch out, Nicki.
I am all the way here for Remy. I'm a Reminista. But yeah,
we're back.
Everybody knows Nicki owes me money, so I don't really. And besides, it's been too long. She can't come back with something now.
Yeah.
So do you think she can't come back with something, or maybe she just doesn't want to?
I told y'all he was a barb. I didn't even.
I think it's I think she's stumped and she's scared.
Here's the thing. I think that she might be taking it the old school route, where, you know, like back in the day, you know, well, this is kind of like a odd argument to use, but like back in the day, like, you know, with Ether and the Takeover, you had to wait a couple years or wait until the album dropped in order to come out with a disc, or until one of these niggas went to Hot 97 and did a freestyle. Since you were in the age of the internet, like, you could do this like from your iPhone.
Remy released this for free, one line.
I get that. This is my point. Like, yeah, she could either just wait until she dropped her actual album that will probably sell a lot more than Platano Mofongo or whatever she came up with.
Bananas and oranges.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody sold more than that album, though. Right. That wouldn't be hard to do.
We sold more than that album. It's fine.
Tina and Teddy sold more than that album.
They did. But the thing is,
Remy, don't come after me. This is not about you.
No, it's not. We love Remy.
Oh, we gonna get to the church girls.
But I don't know if if Nicki responds. I mean, the question is, she will eventually. The question is, will it be better? And it probably won't.
No, it won't. And it's been too long.
It's only been like 5 days.
Well, she should have came quicker. 5 days is like 5 years in 2017.
But
Okay.
It's like, what would she really say about Remy? We don't even really know anything about Remy's life to like know what to say.
She might,
she could
because
attack her prison time.
I mean, the thing is,
She could come for her shooting a girl in the stomach, which that was bad.
and then
was
she'll
like
come
really
and shoot
bad.
her in the stomach. So
I mean, the thing is, they're all New Yorkers. You find shit about New Yorkers through the
That's true.
grapevine.
I'm team leave Beyonce out of it. That's where I'm standing on the whole issue.
that's
'Cause
really
she's-
the bottom line of it all. Like, keep Beyonce out of it.
She has the holy twins in her right now, and nobody has time for no accidents, no run-ups, no associations, okay? That's all. I don't care what they do over there. Leave Beyonce out of it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Beyonce needs to be completely kept out of it. Blue was not having it. Blue was telling Beyonce, like, girl, you need to disassociate yourself. Disconnect.
Block her.
Okay.
Block her. Why are you still have her on Instagram? Why does she... Yeah, Blue had her.
Well, that's
Yeah, Blue is not here for. She's not here. She's not with the.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond Almonds. Crave victoriously.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond Almonds. Crave victoriously.
Shits.
Yeah.
Today, we have a special episode for you all. We decided to call in reinforcements, and that's why the team from Freeish is here, because we decided to uncover some mysteries in our community. Black History Month was amazing, so we kind of want to keep it going. So we wanted to talk about unsolved mysteries. Each of us are going to, we've picked some mysteries for you all.
Yes.
That you can not find on Google.
Right.
And we're going to give you, debunk the myth and uncover the truths.
As to how these mysteries came to be, or maybe a story surrounding the mysteries. It may not always be the answer, but we're going to try to uncover as much as possible. It's like a wrinkle in black time.
Yeah. A voyage to Nigia.
The Chronicles of Nigia.
Yeah.
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 Wardrobe.
I like that.
Are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start the show. This week's artist of the week is Christian Rich.
Roll, gangsta bitch. Fuck around, this might shank a bitch. Faces
So Christian Rich, I've talked about them a couple times before, but they're two brothers from Nigeria, a DJ and producer duo, and they're based out in LA. And they produce some of the amazing music, like some of the most amazing music ever. They work with GoldLink, Jay-Z, Earl Sweatshirt, NERD. The list goes on and on and on. And they're pretty cool because they kind of make fashion music. So like 2 of their albums are like fall, winter 15, and then spring, summer like 16. Like that's how they title the album, because there's like low-key fashion albums. They're like some shit that should be played at a Kanye West fashion show.
Yeah, but instead he's playing like I Am God.
Yeah, featuring God.
Featuring God. ...
But anyway, support black artists, support black music, as always. So, uncovering black mysteries this week.
Yes.
Okay, who would like to go first?
I think I would like to hear from the Freeish podcast on their first story. I'm anxious to see what black mystery you all were able to uncover.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Well, we're just going to go into the story. So it was a Sunday morning at the Beezus Missionary Baptist Church. And Mother Hattie was nodding off in service as she usually does.
It's always happening.
Hattie, I said this earlier. Sorry.
Mistress of Music, Sister Donnie McClurkin was up leading the choir. And they was passing around the offering plate, and Mother Hattie pulls her coins out of her bag. And with her glaucoma acting up, and She was over there trying to throw shade at Sister Patterson, and Mother Hattie had put a 20 in the plate instead of the $1 that she had intended. Now, by the time Pastor and them had gotten around to the third offering, Hattie had noticed she was missing her 20. Because y'all know they was going to the boat after service, so you know she might need her coins. Listen. Mother Hattie decided to that she needed to get out of service. And she did what she knew best and caught the spirit. Now, she thought that would get her carried on out of church, but...
Wait. Let's go back. What is catching the spirit? I feel so sacrilegious.
Because you don't go to church.
He be Oshanda. Hey.
That's it.
What?
I just said it.
Wonderful Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it.
He be Oshanda. Hey.
Y'all some backslide.
I don't backslide because I've been staying in the back. I never left.
So, as Sister Hattie laid there slain in the spirit, she noticed the congregation was silent. Not even a gasp from Sister Shirley Caesar or Hayden-ass Kim Burrell. She noticed she had forgot to put on panties this morning. A disgusted usher moved toward Miss Hattie, but instead of helping her up, he just dropped his handkerchief over her blessed regions and walked off. Thus, the birth of the prayer cloth.
Oh, yes, I am making preparations. Hey, to meet the Lord.
Hallelujah. Everybody, let the church say amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. That was good. XD, I'm anxious to hear your first story.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to keep this as Jade and XD as possible. And I thought about some things that we usually cover on the show. And I thought, Auntie Jams are something that are just really just near and dear to us.
Yeah.
And so I did some research, and I did my Googles, and I thought one of the greatest mysteries is something that we just never really talked about, and it's really about, or a question that we all have asked and wondered about. Was Barbara cool, or did she come out of a bag on Shirley? So, in 1974, Shirley Brown graced our airwaves with Woman to Woman. Hello? May I please speak to Barbara?
This is Shirley.
And if you all recall, the songstress began with a phone call to a woman named Barbara, who Shirley suspected of being the mistress to her mister, right? And in the song, she gives Shirley a warning where she doesn't know if she would be cool or come out of a bag on her. And she continues throughout the song, and you know how the song goes.
Woman to woman, if you've ever been in love, then you know how I feel.
But we never found out if Barbara ever really came out of a bag on her. Well, but turns out she actually came out with an answer track. So this is actually for real. You Google this.
Oh.
The song is actually called From His Woman to You.
Oh.
Yeah. You read the lyrics. You thought I was trying to be all funny and write this shit. No, I've had some real facts, nigga. The lyrics go as follows. It starts with the phone call. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. I would like you to know that the man... Pause. Now, wait a minute, Shirley. I'm a young woman, and I can't afford all the things you do for this man. I don't even have a job. I can't buy his clothes or pay his car notes. And I surely can't keep money in his pocket. But I can give him what he needs when he needs it, and that's all he expects from me. I can give him love from his woman to you. There is a thing or two I'd like to say. I don't care who claims this man, I'm going to love him anyway. Woman to woman, he slept last night with me. Stayed here because this is where he wanted to be.
Oh, she sheathed her.
Yeah. From his woman to you, I've got to make it. Just play as I can.
Oh.
Seems to me you're doing too much for the man. And I mean, she really was, because like she was paying his car note and like, girl.
Yeah.
From his woman to you, that you beg and loving is giving up yourself. And I feel sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you. I don't mind sharing if you don't bother me. I won't bother you. From his woman to you, I don't know what you're going to do. But he is giving to me what he is getting from you. Woman to woman, that's the truth. From his woman to you, seems like you're the fool. I'm his only woman. And I love him. And I ain't about to give him up. I'm his only woman, woman to woman. And I just want to let you know that I ain't ever going to let him go. Woman to woman, I'm his only woman. So to answer the question, ladies and gentlemen, did she come out of a bag or no? You decide.
Like I just want to snap to that.
Yeah, that sounds like poetry.
That is a great mystery. I know, right?
And actually, for the story, there's an actual answer to this song where the man releases a song about both of the women, and then it turns out into a duet between Barbara and Shirley, where they realize the man is gay. Yeah, it's a saga, but
it's like Trapped in the Closet.
Tis.
So, this is somewhat of a mystery that we've discussed a little bit, but not in detail. So here's the story behind it. Picture it. Bed-Stuy in the year of our Lord, 1995. Bed-Stuy was still a majority-minority neighborhood, and gentrification hadn't reared its ugly head just yet. There was a young man by the name of Shamel Mackey, but everyone in the neighborhood called him Papoose. He was a wise young man, kind-spirited, but still not a nigga to be messed with. He would soak up the wisdoms of the old men who would play dominoes and chess outside of the bodegas. He would walk through Brooklyn, seeking out the conversation of all the seasoned men. One day, he decided to venture on up to the Bronx, just for shits and giggles. He walked down Kingsbridge Road, and when he got to Sedgwick, he stumbled on a poppy sitting outside the bodega with a chessboard, a little table, and a chair. But there was nobody else there with him. Mind if I sit down? I've been waiting on you. Huh? Nah, you must be mistaking me with someone else. I'm not from around here. I know. I also know it takes some time to get up here from Brooklyn, and the MTA ain't never gonna be shit, so you have some delays. How would you know I'm from Brooklyn? Yo, this is bugging me out. I gotta go. Okay, but you will never find out the inner workings of yourself if you leave now. This got Papoose quite interested. He decided to stay. They started up a very quiet game of chess, and then he couldn't take it anymore. How you know me, for real? That is not important, Papa. Your move. Pap sat there quietly. He made his move. He watched Poppy make his move. He made his next move, and the game went like this for another few minutes. The Bronx is where you will meet your queen. What? The Bronx is where you will meet your queen. Your move. How do you know that? Are you crazy? I'm about to go for real. Here is where you will meet your queen, and you must remember one thing. Nobody but she can see your head. You must never remove your hat in the public eye. If you do, you will never know true love again. But if you listen, you will be blessed. Poppy then picked up his chessboard, folded his chair, tipped his hat, and walked off. Years later, Papoose met a young lady by the name of Reminisce Smith. Her foul mouth and not to be fucked with demeanor instantly drew him to her, and he remembered the old Poppy in the Bronx. He asked her where she was from, and when she said Castle Hill, he knew. From that moment on, he has never removed his hat for fear of what might happen.
Hitting heads heavily, hypnotizing. How you hit me, harmlessly holding heaters. Hospitalizing, hot hosted hammers, hectically hitting herbs. Homiciding, helicopter hijacking, holding hostages. Horrifying, intellectually infinite, imperial, idol, infamous.
This is the great mystery behind Papoose's hat.
Hopes and dreams.
What do you think he keeps under there?
Clearly, it's like Beauty and the Bees and the roast And the Rose, I can't even get my words out. Beauty and the Beast and the Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he's like Samson without it.
He's like Samson if he
he
takes his hat off, he loses all his strength and his love.
What if
the current one?
Wait, the one with the perm?
Yeah.
The Rihanna circuit.
So really the Tony Braxton haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, he really got his haircut with the fitted on.
I feel like if Papoose takes his hat off, that all black love will be lost. That's why his hat specifically says black love.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it don't, but you can see he's a good. What nigga? Niggas can't wait 30 minutes for their woman. What nigga you know is about to wait 6 years?
Yeah.
Niggas can't wait a half of an hour. They move right along.
Oh, girl, we all know.
Yeah.
So, Freeish.
All right, it's like those.
I want to hear your
so
next
good.
mystery.
I'm like, whoa.
Where will we go from here?
Okay, well, it's funny that you guys brought up aunties. You know, we were doing a little brainstorming, and we also decided to go with an auntie theme. But our auntie theme was a little more, you know, those aunties who they were like in their 20s, early mid-20s when you were born, so you only call them by their first name. So it's a little bit, you know, more recent than the 70s, but it's still a very classic mystery nonetheless. So, the mystery begins on the morning of March 3rd. Oh, yes, we're coming up on some anniversary.
Oh, we're coming up on an anniversary.
I don't know.
A young African-American woman was alone on her house one day.
Why are you trying to be the snap lady?
Not
you was trying to give me a girl from Snap so bad. I'm sorry.
What if I was, like, subconsciously, because I watched that show so much?
On the morning, shut up.
On the morning of March 1st. But yes, this young African-American female was home, and she thought something to herself, and that's when she asked, "How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I've tried that love thing for the last time." So after she says that, she hears no response. She proceeds to walk through her house. She hears a knock on the door. Once she hears a knock on the door, things get a little more creepy. You know, Scream had just come out around this time. Like, I'm trying to get you into the era of, like, the 90s. Glass houses, you know.
TLC.
TLC, yes. Right.
Got you.
You know, back before they got on Kickstarter campaigns. And
Don't do that. She owes me money. And my $10 T-Boz.
Oh.
So, after this, the woman is really thinking to herself, like, I don't understand what's going on. I've spent all my life on a search to find the love who will stay for eternity.
Thirsty. I'm sorry. Y'all know.
It's like, why these singers do be thirsty, though?
Begging somebody to love that girl. Okay.
It's like, okay, you better push through. So we get a little further, you know, she sings to herself some more, and nervous and shook, she finally decides to make her way to the door to see who's the stranger. Shocked, she yells out, "Nobody's supposed to be here!" My heart says, no, nobody's supposed to be here. Nobody's supposed to be here, but you came up and changed. And
you know, I don't know who Tamia is or who, like...
Wait a minute. You think I'm talking about Tamia?
Yeah, ain't this Stranger in My House?
Whoa, wrong auntie.
Oh. Same flop, same decade.
Wrong forehead.
Wrong
Canadian, wrong forehead.
You see, he calls all the girls.
I'm just saying, when we talked about this earlier, I told you I didn't know who she was. So,
and I tried to play him sandwich in a soda, and he was not trying to have it.
I don't do.
Why are you hating on to me?
I don't do fucking on my nerves. Y'all don't
guys are like
understand.
married
We had to go
couple.
research this. You know, this ain't our demographic. Go ahead.
So to finish the story,
So who was
Finish
at the door?
the story.
who was at the door?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Brown. Cause y'all know, okay, you know how
That sounds
people
about right.
say that
Yep.
Deborah Cox is like not Whitney Houston?
She's not at all.
It's like she's Whitney Houston, but she's not. She's
Not in
kind of
the
like
least.
Diet Whitney Houston. I mean,
So one of the mysteries is who was sleeping in Cisco's bed. A total top. The end.
What?
Viola Davis Scarface. I can't.
yes, total top. He probably had body too. Okay,
Could you not? What?
Okay,
Somebody's sleeping in my bed. Somebody's taking my bed.
like great guess.
Sleeping in my bed.
Because whoever was had him singing, had him screaming. Somebody had Cisco screaming now.
Yeah. Yeah. It was about his relationship between him and Nokia.
Oh.
Whoa. Everybody
That makes
calm
it.
down.
Why does
Oh,
that
I wonder if
relationship
they
give me
used to
LA
kill
complex?
Jamel and Rita were deeply in love. Rita was from a very well-to-do black family. You could call her the Nunu of this shit, but she don't lie. Jamel was being raised by his single black father who worked at the post office because it had good benefits and he could get mad overtime. Jamel's daddy didn't mind Rita. He thought she was a lovely little black girl. Natural hair, big beautiful brown eyes, and skin as smooth and rich as brownie batter. Just gorgeous. Not to mention she treats his son well, and she was woke and polite. However, Rita's parents did not care for Jamel because of his lack of finances and inability to take care of their daughter the way they thought she should be taken care of. Anytime Rita wanted to see Jamel, it had to be at his house he shared with his father or somewhere far out where she knew her parents wouldn't venture. So basically, the hood was a safe space. One day, Rita and Jamel decided to spend a weekend together. She lied and told her parents she was staying at Kiki's house.
It's always a Kiki.
Always a Kiki. Jamel didn't really have to tell his dad anything. He just kind of did his own thing, and his dad didn't ask too many questions. They decided to drive about 2 hours away to a small, quaint city with good food, and nobody knew them. It was perfect. Rita had never felt so free in her life. It was then that her stomach dropped to the pit. She saw her aunt. She tried to disguise herself and leave inconspicuously, but she was so strikingly beautiful that it was hard to miss her. Her aunt caught her gaze and marched right over. "Isn't this the boy your parents don't like?" You see, all of Rita's family was bougie. Not bad, just bougie. Her aunt snatched her by the arm and told her they were leaving. She pushed her in the car and immediately called Rita's parents. When Rita was back at home, they forbid her from ever seeing Jamel again.
With you is where I'd rather be. Where we are, so far. This long distance is killing me.
She tried to politic with them and explain how they were blinded by his economic status and they didn't really know him, but it didn't matter. They had their minds made up. Jamel was to stay far, far away. And that is the story of why Brandy's eyes, Jamel and Rita, are so far from one another.
Oh my God, I'm unable.
We always wondered.
Now it's time for a break.
Mardi Gras just passed, so I think a hurricane would be the perfect drink to do. And of course, we'll put a little spin on it. In your shaker, add 2 ounces of dark rum, like Myers, 2 ounces of white rum, the juice of half of a lime, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of passion fruit juice, the juice of half of a fresh orange or blood orange, 2 splashes of orange bitters, and a splash of cran. Shake well with ice and pour into a hurricane or tall glass with fresh ice. Garnish with fresh fruit and enjoy. Listen to Jade and XD every week for more cocktails and drink tips.
And we're back with Jade and XD doing Unsolved. Mysteries.
Unsolved Black Mysteries.
Unsolved Black Mysteries. Freeish podcast.
Your next mystery.
You slowed it on down.
All right. You know, getting my 90s R&B voice on. Pray for me.
It's like one of those 2-part songs where the beat just suddenly fade into part 2. Okay, let's go.
So a famous comedian waited impatiently in the studio for his boyfriend to finish his recording session. His man had just came off a world tour with his chart-topping group. He was excited to see his man.
I'm sorry. I know where this is going.
As he waited, the comedian got bored and started looking around the studio for something to do. During his mission, however, he picked up his boyfriend's coat and a number with the name Nay on it fell out. Pissed off, the comedian storms into the booth, interrupting the session.
What the fuck is this? Wait, you got some name that bitch leave numbers in your phone?
The flamboyant singer was confused and asked, Nay, who? Birth. Thus, the birth of the Nehu, featuring Johnny Gill and Eddie Murphy. Thank you. Thank you.
Eddie Murphy.
Nehu has been featured in over 1,000 songs since and is currently in the Guinness Book of World Records for most used lyric in R&B music
by homosexuals in the studio.
Yes. Boys to Men, Usher.
You know, Whitney Houston actually conjugated the Nehu, and it gave us Nehi.
Christina Aguilera had to add the present participle version to it. The Nehi.
No, it's the That's Christina. She goes up and down, or she does it with her.
Jennifer would be giving us screams in A minor.
Oh, ain't nobody else.
I'm sorry.
Long and long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was turmoil across the pond. A man named Mac, short for Magnificent Skirminfugen, was tending to his tulip fields in the southeastern region of Holland. He looked up from planting his final row, and he sees his wife, Helen, short for Helen, in the window of their cottage in the throes of passion with Sven Hossenpfeffer, the milkman. He immediately runs in the house and strikes Sven with a slow globe that he got from Space Mountain when they went on his family trip to Disney World earlier that year. Sven fell to the ground while bleeding profusely from his head. Helen, frantic, ran from the home to flee Mac's fury. Mac took a swig of whiskey and watched his victim bleed to death. He then showered and put on his finest from H&M and went to the local discotheque where he danced and partied the night away. The next morning, he woke up in a hotel room with a bevy of bitches and a pounding at his hotel room door that he had no recollection of getting. Open the door! It's the police! Mac was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. However, the case was thrown out of court, and he won with a defense of temporary insanity. He returned from prison.
All those times I said that I love you, you lied to me. Yes, I tried, you lied to me. Even though you know.
And that is the story of the return of the Mac.
We better all be given 90s.
This accent that was what was really killing me. Oh, it wasn't definable.
And here we are with the birth of racism.
Oh.
So, I'm gonna
Tread
take
lightly.
Oh, it'll be pretty light. I'm going to take you all to the 1600s. You know, just picture
some boats,
whatever you need to picture. I'm not going to put nothing in your minds about Africa in the 1600s, but that's
some colonial high-waisted boots. I don't know.
So when the Anglo-Saxons,
Mary J. Blige tea.
Yes.
You know, giving like John Smith and Pocahontas or some shit. So
sickening.
So in this time, the Anglo-Saxons were first making their way to Africa and discovering all types of things about this quote-unquote new civilization with these new people. One of these individuals, one of these explorers, a young explorer named Christophe, found himself the first to encounter the African people.
By the way, that is not Christopher Columbus. That is not Christopher Columbus, people. We just want to let you know we don't have the copyright for that. Thank you.
You know, Christopher Columbus ain't discovered shit, but that's a story for another day. Okay. But, yeah, so, although the prince who Christophe discovered was dripping in all types of imagine just tapestries, jewels, all types of shit. Some Mansa Musa shit, like, crazy. Like Eddie Murphy and Coming to America.
Like Beyonce at the Grammys?
Yeah, you know, he had a crown, he had all that type of stuff. So, but throughout all this tapestries, all this jewelry, the train, all that Christophe could focus on was this black cloth. It was almost kind of like I don't know how to explain it, like a fanny pack for 1600 Africas.
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in. And deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
But it was a long cloth. And in the middle of that cloth was a thick rope just hanging. And, you know, Christophe just couldn't picture anything else besides that rope. Out of all the gold, all the diamonds, that is what he really wanted to know more about. So after spilling many white lies and diseases, you know, alternative facts, all that type of stuff, Christophe couldn't help but ask the prince about this dangling rope. He was just enthralled by it. So finally he asked him about it, and the prince replied,
"My son, this is no rope. It's a dick."
Christophe was stunned, for his rope was but a string.
That's the birth of racism.
What the fuck?
This is why you don't do homework on drugs.
Oh my God.
This is why you don't make drunk history your textbook.
Tisha and Dwayne Martine, not to be confused with Martin, were in a rut. They were doing the same things, going on the same dates, just kind of on autopilot. They needed a change. They tried butt sex, but that was less than invigorating. They tried 50 Shades of Grey, wasn't their thing. They tried shrooms. That was temporarily satisfying, but then they came down. They couldn't figure out why their life felt so unfulfilled. One night, they were invited over to their good friend's home, the Smitties. They hadn't seen the Smitties in quite some time, so they were looking forward to one of their old school hangout nights. They pulled up in the driveway and agreed to keep their rut to themselves for fear that people would think that their relationship was failing. They put on some fake smiles and walked to the door arm in arm. They were met with the Smitties, Wilfred and Jackie opening the door before they even rang the bell. Wilfred and Jackie had a weird look in their eyes, but they were cheesing. They invited them in and they all embraced individually and headed back to the kitchen. Tisha and Dwayne shared a look with each other. Something wasn't right, but they missed their friends and thought they might be in their heads a little too much. Tisha went into the kitchen with Jackie to help her finish up dinner and have a little girl talk. Dwayne went with Wilford to the basement. We don't really know what's in the basement, but we know that Wilford had a He-Man's Woman Haters Club sign from the Little Rascals on the door. Tisha couldn't help herself. She started to divulge the rut that she and Dwayne were in. Jackie just smiled and listened and drank her wine. After Tisha went into details of all that they tried to do and how they were in a state of cloudiness, Jackie spoke. Have you ever heard of Scientology?
Oh my God.
No, what's that? It might help you and Dwayne find some clarity. It's not traditional religion. It is a way of life, and it's helped Wilford and I so much. We're going to assume Wilford was in the basement telling Dwayne the same thing, but we'll never know. When Tisha and Dwayne left the Smitty's house, they talked about meeting up with the Smittys at their church that weekend. They tried everything else, why not that? That Saturday, they went to the church with the Smittys, and they liked it. They felt like their rut was coming to an end. They became apart and stayed for the next 10 years. They moved into a Scientology community, frequented Scientology stores, did everything but join the Sea Org, until they realized the truth. They left, and everyone they had become friends with turned their backs on them, even the Smittys. One day, their neighbor, who would feed their dogs when they would go on vacation or when they would be locked in the church's dungeon for days at a time, knocked on the door to let them know she would officially not speak to them anymore. But she couldn't be apart with their dogs, and if she couldn't have them, nobody could. She pointed, and they realized the gate was open, and David McRuffage and L. Ruff Hubbard, their dogs' names, were gone.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
And that is who really let the dogs out. It was the Scientology neighbor. I wanted to shout out a friend of mine named Crystal who has a page on Instagram. You can find her at Love Me Knots. That's Knots, Knots. She's doing a small initiative that she put together herself where she knits scarves for the homeless, for those who need, because she knits really well. She made Noah a Peppa Pig hat. She's super talented, but she wants to put her talents to some sort of good benefit. So check out Love Me Knots on Instagram, and you should be able to find the link to donate to the PayPal to help to buy that supplies to knit those scarves for the homeless.
One of the greatest Black mysteries ever is the Great Turkey Migration. It's the moment where we collectively switched from pork to smoked turkey in our greens. And I'm here to uncover the mystery and share with you all how it came to be. It began at our annual Black People Convention. Oh, yes. We have monthly regional Black people meetings, and we have a big conference every year where we sit in fellowship because ain't no shit like fellowship. It was 1992, and Oprah just lost the weight the first time. And Lavada Washington, 5 points if you know who Lavada Washington is, who was in charge of the annual conference, or the Black Boule, as it was known to be, instructed her sister Cora.
Love Cora.
It's a name.
Love a Cora.
It's a name. I mean, I would trust any woman named Cora in my kitchen.
I trust everybody named Cora.
Every last word.
Yeah. She's honest and God-fearing.
Unless she's busty, because then she's loose.
It reminds me of like a Tyler Perry character. Wasn't there somebody named Cora on one of those?
Yeah. Every we went over this. Family Man, every iteration.
Okay. Go ahead. See, I'll be remembering.
So Cora, head of all food for the event, to make something lighter for the guests to enjoy, as she was inspired from what she just watched on television.
Washed them about 4 or 5 times. Then I'm just soaked them full of water. And you know one thing about it too? Slow down a little bit. You're going too fast. Come on. I'm going too fast? Talking too fast. Okay, because you know when your motherfucking ass tell me to hurry up.
We've got to get it together, Cora. You see, I just don't want no pork on my fork. This was also the first documented instance where a person said no pork on my fork.
Oh.
Cora sat in the kitchen of the Apollo, that's where it was located, and looked around. She looked and 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 looked some more and looked and looked and
I
looked.
hate you.
And then she sniffed. And then she sniffed again.
She was smelling
And
smoke.
she said, turkey, right? Right. Another 5 points if you get that reference. Word spread fast of Cora's innovation in the kitchen. However, when Lavada expressed to the masses at Black Boule what happened, there was a divide. Some of our constituents in the South remain traditionalists and continue serving their greens with fatback. And others began to follow suit with the new panacea known as the smoked turkey leg. And that is the story of the Great Turkey Migration. Yeah, it's an excerpt from a chapter in Miss Wilkinson's book, Warmth of Other Suns.
You're so creative.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's in the text. Yeah.
The Yellow Glow. It was summer of 1992 in Chicago, Illinois, and there was some weird stuff going on. There were tornadoes with cows, niggas were putting turkey in their greens, and the Spice Girls were planning to make their attack. It was a hot and yellow haze that hung over the city consistently. The yellow glow was turning niggas into weird zombies. Young Kevin Garnett was growing up on the South Side. He was a huge basketball fan, but he was too short to play. He came from a family of real niggas who were too busy to be bothered with young Kevin. They were also starting to succumb to the weird yellow haze and fall into a hypnotized state. Kevin had to stop it. He had to save his family. He had to save Chicago. He ran in the direction of the police station, but he was always taught not to trust them, so he kept running like the Black Forrest Gump. He stopped at the bottom of the hill. At the top was a mansion made of all black glass. You see, nobody was allowed within a mile of this mansion, but there it was. Young Kevin loaded his .38, he stayed ready so he didn't have to get ready, and started to make his way up the hill. On the way up, his surroundings were changing into this dark and scary forest. There were flying NDIREs and slithering Carly Reds, but he ignored all that and kept going. On the way, he met a pony named K. Michelle, and she carried him the rest of the way. The closer he got, the stronger the yellow haze got. He knew what he had to do. He had to find the nucleus of it and shoot it. K. Michelle carried him to the side of the mansion, and then she vanished like unicorns do. He climbed the giant green ivy he found on the side of the house, but remember, the glass was all black, so he couldn't see inside. He found a crack in the window and busted it out with his Nina, climbed in, and proceeded to cautiously make his way through the mansion to find the center of the yellow haze. In Azalea Bank, a vicious dog popped out, but he shot her. As he was Mission Impossibling through the hallways, a tall black figure popped out of the shadows, and in his eyes was the strongest yellow haze Kevin had ever seen. The tall, shadowy figure took one step into the light, and Kevin gasped. It was Michael Jordan.
I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. Be like Mike. Be like Mike. Oh. Be like Mike. Yeah, I try.
To be continued. That is the story of the yellow in Michael Jordan's eyes. The next part will be how the yellow came to be.
Yes, origin story.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like Legends of like the Airbender.
Legends of Nigga Bender.
Yeah. That was fun. Since you guys are here, we're starting off a new segment, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, so rest in peace, fucked up song of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. 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 And we are introducing Fucked Up Moment in History.
Yes. Because something awful always happens.
Every day. Today's Fucked Up Moment in History is the Holodomor. Holodomor is the Ukrainian word for killing by hunger. It's now the proper term for Joseph Stalin's forced starvation genocide against the Ukraine from 1932 to 1933. The manner by which Stalin forced it on the Ukrainian people is open for discussion, but most historians agree that he knew what was happening in the Ukraine and refused to provide relief of any kind, even ordering food shipments diverted from the Ukraine and what food its population had confiscated violently whenever necessary. He imposed this particularly cruel death sentence on solely out of retaliation for the Ukraine striving for national recognition and independence. So this really happened in today's modern Ukraine, with Kiev as its capital city. But at the time, it was referred to as the Ukrainian SSR, or the Ukraine. The famine was man-made and imposition directly from Stalin, but whether he premeditated it beforehand is difficult to determine, but most of Russia experiencing a famine at the time, and Stalin may have seen this chance to make the Holodomor look at best like an accident, at worst is passive justice. So here's where it gets extremely fucked up. The numbers are the saddest testimony overall in every one of these entries. Records were not well kept during the famine, so the death toll ranges from 1.8 to 12 million in that year.
The hell?
Some scholars have narrowed it down to about 4 to 5 million. 190,000 tried to escape the Ukraine after the first year. Starvation may be the most awful cause of death. The commoners' despair, agony, and terror led to tens of thousands to resort to eating their own children. Many ate their own feet, and it did not end until Stalin's implementation of forced collectivization of grain threatened to destroy all of Russia and not just the Ukraine. Once the police and military stopped stealing everyone's grain, farmers were able to grow for small communities as they always had, slowly rebuilding from the famine.
That's pretty awful.
Yep, so that concludes today's moment, and fucked up history.
That's how we gonna end it?
Well, that concludes today's show. Thank you, Freeish Podcast, for joining us.
Yes, that was fun.
You're so welcome.
Now we feel fancy.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Let the people know where to find you.
All right. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on SoundCloud at Freeish Co. We are everywhere you can stalk your exes. We're in his DMs. Check his text messages. We're there.
Right. So definitely, come on our pages, like, comment, let us know.
What are your pages? What are your Twitter pages?
At Freeish Co.
At Freeish Co. And what are your individuals?
Mine is AYO _ Ricky.
And mine is Freeish Finesse. Freeish.finesse.
Well, I'll just put...
Don't ask me how to spell it. I spelled it once. That was it.
Okay. Well, I'll just put everything in the description box wherever you're listening.
I said what I said.
Is there anything that we have to end the show with this week?
Nope. You should see promos for Hey Sis coming soon. So
yes.
Listen out for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's coming soon. So I know I've been saying coming soon for the longest, but you are definitely getting ready to see some motion with that. Make sure that you get the last 4 tickets available to the live show in LA, and we can't wait to see you there. We have some fun stuff planned for you all.
And I know a lot of you asked about New York. That show is coming very soon.
It is. It's in the works right now.
So is another city.
Yeah. Is that survey still up or no?
No, it's down.
Okay. Well, then we'll assess where the majority of you niggas are.
Yeah.
And we'll try to bring a live show to you as well.
Exciting.
It's looking like it might be
Washington,
DC. Yeah. So start looking for that coming soon.
Yeah. I guess I'm not going to announce it just yet. I'm going to wait.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay.
But it's a big thing. Pause. But I want to wait.
It's a rope.
Like you guys will probably find out about it on the internet before you
You know I don't check the internet like that.
Girl, I mean, whatever. Anywho, We'll
see you next week.
Yeah, love, peace, and chicken grease. Bye.
Bye. Today's episode was produced by Abraham Kevin Quesada.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
So yeah.
Told you we was the cousins. You can't invite nowhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
y'all are.
We the ones that dropped out early. We the ones.
You're the ones when you go to the bathroom. I'm like, don't mind them. They don't know.
That's it.
Jade. Oh, Jade. It's
or you know what I call them when they're like that. Do you guys watch Family Guy or no? So there was one episode where Stewie cloned himself and became Bitch Stewie, and then he cloned Brian and was Bitch Brian. So Deborah is Bitch Whitney.
Well, then what would that make Brandy?
Death. The Grim Reaper,
It's
the same
like
nigga who's in
Riley's
Family
not
Guy.
Kelly Price.
Oh, don't do
we could
that.
go all day.
Oh yeah.
Or the girl from Or Being Mary Jane. Because I definitely told XZ, I was like, oh, and Amber Riley's in the show. He goes, that's
were you
not
guys
Amber
ever
Riley.
fans of like, this is going to sound so bad. Were you guys ever fans of like Pokemon and Digimon?
Don't do that.
So, you know how things have evolutions?
Low-key.
So, people have... So, you know, people have evolutions
I'm afraid
too.
of where
Like
this
we
is
have...
going.
Oh my... Let me think of a good one right now. Who is a good one? Y'all gonna put me on the spot, but I'm gonna have a good one. Come back
on the spot.
I feel like there's about to be some bullshit.
And I'm so mad that none are coming off the top of my head right now.
Like
There's
Jennifer
so
Hudson,
many.
like Jennifer Hudson digivolves into Jennifer Holiday. Like she eats her and then inside her it's like Digimon, digital. Y'all remember? Don't act like. That's it.
Yeah,
we're gonna get back.
I'm
we're
with
gonna get
that.
back to y'all.
Yeah.
He missed it.
Let's move on. Okay. Whatever the spirit moves you, just let me know whenever you want to talk about an evolution of people.
Why did your fun have that like up thing at the end of it? That was fun.
Oh, I don't know.
That was nice.
I mean, it was, girl. I don't
Do
know.
I hear sirens in the back? What's going on?
Yeah, it's Brooklyn.
That's just the authenticity of our surroundings.
Like,
we're the
I'm
Black Ink
watching
Crew
Daredevil or
podcast.
something. Yeah, we don't have
No,
these
you're
problems
just
in
listening to
Atlanta.
Black Ink Crew.
This is just the Black Ink Crew podcast. This is who we are.
We keep it authentic.
Are you
Yeah.
113th or are you 125th?
Neither. I live in Brooklyn.
We live in Brooklyn.
Oh, you're saying which way? Oh,
If there was a location in the middle,
yeah, we'd be somewhere there.
we'd probably be like 118th.
Yeah, maybe
So your
116.
ratchet level's kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what are we then? 113th?
We probably like 109.
Yeah, y'all are the Bronx.
Y'all are the Bronx. Absolutely.
Thank you. See, I don't really know New York, so I don't really know this shit. Jay-Z's from Brooklyn. Who's from the Bronx? Ain't Foxy Brown from the Bronx?
Stop now.
Remy. Remy's from the Bronx.
Oh, I don't want to.
I don't want to be.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow, I love Scientology. Well, I don't love it. Ooh.
What?
I love it, but the whole subject is very fascinating to me.
Isn't it fascinating?
I don't know him.
We passed their
Of course they
headquarters
let
in
the
LA.
dogs
It
out.
was so creepy. It was like, whoa.
I don't want to drive by that when we go there.
Yeah, it actually is a very pretty building.
No, we won't. We won't.
All their buildings are really pretty. They're really nice. Even the one in Harlem is like, you don't belong here.
Right, like I might dirty up the floor. I gotta wipe my shoes off.
Yeah, it's like it sticks out like sore thumb. The one in DC is beautiful.
See,
I was just like, is this a part of the Smithsonian? Oh,
no.
There you go.
no, I'm good.
It was either going to be Scientologists who let the dogs out, or Michael Vick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
one of them.
We have been through enough down here. Thank you.
Right. So I gave it to them.
Thank you. I thought you was going to talk about like Precious or something. I didn't know we was going to go
Wow. No. If it's fucked up, it's fucked up. So we're hashtag going there.
We need to introduce. We need to introduce you to a YouTube channel called Top Fives.
Top Fives.
What's on there?
Because they go there. It's like conspiracy theory videos and paranormal shit and like
stuff about the Illuminati.
It's a bunch of kind of, but like really like government conspiracies and all that type of stuff, and like just crime TV type stuff. Like it's like right up my alley.
I know. I'm like, damn. Do we want to end this like this?
Hey, listen. Fucked up moments in history.
Sorry.
You gotta let the people know.
That's true.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously. Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.